Yesterday was something very remarkable that Mr. Joke started talking to us about how we can be accountable to our boss. And he told us we had a boss, and he set it on a roller coaster for me because I came to understand that truly, for me to be successful, I must declare my responsibility to my calendar as a boss. And since yesterday, I've been thinking deep about this, and I want to share this with you so that you understand that this was set me on the path when I met with Mr. Ejoke. I had this in mind. I said, start strong. Start strong. You can't start weak. You must start strong and finish stronger. This is a roadmap to success. This is a roadmap to anybody achieving great and remarkable success in any venture. You can't start weak. You must start strong. And here, having a boss as your calendar gives you three remarkable things that I looked at. One of them is learning to prioritize what is important to that your goal. The next one is being accountable to yourself and to others. Then the last one, the third one there is being able not to be able to compromise the journey, not compromising the journey. So your calendar helps you not to compromise your journey. For instance, with this slide I have here, start strong, finish stronger. What does that really mean? It means that you have to take personal responsibility for your journey. I have something remarkable here, which the Bible tells us about this, and this is actually one of my guiding points in life. It says, for as a man thinketh, the word thinketh means to estimate in his heart, so is he. So what you think about the journey, how you estimate the journey, that's what that's who you become. In a situation whereby we're given a job to bid for, and they ask you to drop your estimate, two of us bidded for the job, but we will never arrive at the same estimate because the way your mind processes the information is different from mine. And it's important that in this journey of entrepreneurship, especially the Python Signal as our lead project, how do you think about this project? How do you see it? How do you estimate it? For some people, they are looking at this project as, oh, if I can make $10,000, I'm good. Somebody says I can make $100,000, I'm good. Another says I can make $1 million, I'm good. So each man, based on his way of thinking, draws up his estimate. So we could start the journey together, but we will never arrive at the same destination because our mind is so powerful that it's what limits us or what accelerates us. So as a man thinketh, as you think, so you can put your name there, as Pastor Kris thinks, as a Joker thinketh, as billion dollar thinketh, estimate, that's who she becomes. So you are a result of your thinking process. So for you to be accountable, you must have what they call parameters to guide you and hold you accountable. And the calendar is one of the best parameters to hold you accountable. Every day I wake up, I look at my calendar, it gives me the journey of that day. Let me take you this slide. Now, look at this. You must have a big dream. Everyone dreams. There's no price to dreaming. But guess what? A whole lot of people, they dream small. Why do they dream small? When they have the power to dream about the whole of the universe, the galaxies, the solar systems, the mind can imagine great things. And God, by his infinite mercy, said he has put eternity in our heart. The extent of our heart, our imagination to dream is unimaginable. So why don't we dream big? This program, the Python Signal, tells us we can become multi-millionaires. But some will say, oh, it might be too much for me. But so the indicators here is actually how big is your dream. The size of your dream will determine how you set your goals. Yesterday, Mr. Joker said he has about 500 plus Zoom meetings he's going to have within the next 1 year. That is remarkable because the dream is big enough to accommodate the goals. So your goals can only be to the extent of the size of your dream. So it's important you recognize this. And when you set your goals, the next thing you do is you take action. But remember, accountability is in your calendar. What is your calendar? How is your calendar? So if a man says he fails in life, it means that he never had a calendar. Yesterday, I had a meeting with someone, and the guy was saying that he actually has not made much out of this year. His financial goals this year, he has not made anything good out of it. I just asked him, I said, show me your calendar. He said, does he have a calendar? I said, then why are you looking for something that you did not plan for? You've already planned to fail. Let me show you this right. You must have a clear goal. You must set a clear goal. You must set a goal that is clear. And the destination is actually what you're setting for. For instance, by the end of the year, I want to have $1 million. It's a goal, a financial goal. By the end of the year, someone says, I want to be rich. I want to be a millionaire. It's a goal, but it's not a clear goal. A clear goal must be definite, must have all the characters around it. You want to be a millionaire. What kind of millionaire do you want to be? I want to have $1 million. Okay, that means you want to be a millionaire in dollars. Somebody says, oh, I want to be a millionaire in Bitcoin or in cryptocurrency. Or someone says, I want to be a millionaire in real estate. So it has to be clear, because if it is not clear, the destination will never be achieved. You will never get there. So when people say they have goals, the next thing you ask them, define that goal. And I'm going to show you something that changed my life 4 years ago that set me on the path of greatness. How a goal was actually defined. The way I defined goal based on the dictionary was just something that trapped me from ever achieving my goal. But when I met someone who explained this definition to me, it came into conclusion, or rather into agreement with what Mr. Ijoke talked about, a calendar, about helping you become accountable to what you're supposed to do. Let me define it. What is a goal? In your mind, you say a goal, worthwhile achievement, something. But at the end of the day, most of the definitions of our goal has the future in mind. And the truth is, the future only exists in the mind of the poor. There's nothing like the future. Today is the only day and the only timeline you have control over. You are alive today, you are dead to tomorrow. Tomorrow, you don't have control over it, but you have control over the decisions you take today. So when you tell somebody a goal is something you want to achieve in the future does not exist. And let me give you this definition of a goal. A goal is what you are doing now that is changing or improving you based on what you're saying. A goal is what you are doing now. It's not what you're about to do. So if you say a man says he has a goal, I say, what are you doing now? Show me your calendar now. So a goal is not based on, oh, something in the future. It's something you are involved in this present hour, this time T. So what is a goal? What I am doing now. Oh, you could be doing something, but if it is not changing you or improving you, then that's not a goal, it's a wish. If it's not changing or improving you based on what you're seeing. So there's something I'm seeing there. I'm seeing $1 million from Python Signal. What am I doing now that is changing me, that is improving me? If it's not changing me, it's not improving me, it is not a goal, it's a wish. And even madmen and beggars, they have wishes. So when you understand how powerful this, what a goal is, you cannot help but having a calendar for accountability. So what are you doing now? So you ask yourself, what am I doing now? So when I sit down on the television watching reality show, my conscience wakes up. Say, what are you doing now? Is it improving you? Is it changing you based on the $1 million you're seeing? If it's not, then you are living a life of illusion. You've already planned to fail. So what a goal does is it wakes up your conscience and puts you on the right tracks. It monitors your progress and tell you you'd rather put your leg on the floor and begin to move. You can't stay in one place and achieve anything meaningful. So what am I doing now? Every day, Mr. Joke gives us a morning charge. It shows something to keep charging you up in the direction of your goal. But those that don't have a worthwhile goal or a definite goal, they see it as an intrusion into their time. But I see it as a leverage to fulfilling my goal. Note that the scripture tells us this, and I love this write-up. It's in Psalm 90, verse 12. It says, teach us to prioritize our days so that we may apply our hearts to wisdom. Even the greatest king that ever lived on earth, King David, understood about prioritizing his day, putting a calendar, putting a schedule to his timeline so that he can apply his heart. The word wisdom means the force of direction in this context, so that we have a force of direction. He will know exactly what he's supposed to accomplish when he's supposed to accomplish it. So it's important you recognize that prioritizing your day gives you the momentum you need for that day. I repeat myself, prioritizing your day gives you the momentum, the drive that you need in fulfilling your goal for that day. I'd like to know that excuses, many will always have excuses. It's in the human nature. It's a default system, the human nature. Excuses are the nails used to build a house of failure. But guess what? Your calendar does not accept excuses. I like that. Your calendar does not accept excuses. I say it again, your calendar does not accept excuses from you. If you're going to be a millionaire in dollars, a millionaire in Bitcoin, a millionaire in real estate, you have no right to have an excuse why you should not be so. So it's important you recognize this. And guess what? Maybe in your where you stayed in Australia, probably in Nigeria, whether you're there in Italy, in UK, in Lagos there, I don't know whether you have a bank that have excuses as deposits. We don't pay school fees with excuses. You don't pay house rent with excuses. You pay house rent with results. You pay house rent with results. You buy your car with results. You own a house with results, not with excuses. So it's important you recognize this and stop wasting time. Your calendar helps you to maximize your timeline. Very, very important. So I'm going to say this to everyone. If you don't have a calendar, this is the picture of your life. On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just going around in this circle. Nothing meaningful will actually show up in your life. Nothing, no result. This is energy wasted. You're just wasting energy. So as an entrepreneur, as a member of the Python Signal, member of this great community, don't live your life like this. Your Monday should count. Your Tuesday should count. Your Wednesday should count. Your Thursday should count. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday should count. So, so important. Every day counts. That's why the psalmist said, teach us to number our days, to prioritize our days, to schedule our days, so that we can apply our hearts to wisdom. And note this from a success motivator. He said this, success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. 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 And consistency is found in your calendar. And your calendar gives you the ability to be accountable to your dream. I've seen, thank you, Mr. Ejoke, for that boss thing called the calendar. It just opened my eyes to a whole lot I've been trying to think about and made it very real to me. So success doesn't come from what you do occasionally, it comes from what you do consistently. So the winning game here is consistency. How consistent are you every day? Every day. I personally, I put myself on a 100 days challenge that in 100 days, I will personally bring in 100 people into this program. I'm not, I'm doing all I know to do every day. I have something I've scheduled to do because I recognize that for me to achieve the kind of dream I want, I need 100 people in my team who think like me, who will behave like me, and who will perform like me. And with that, success is inevitable. Here, I said success is predictable. You have to be very deliberate about your every move. Be deliberate about your every move. So, while you're here in the Python Signal community, even as an entrepreneur, you must be deliberate. Why are you buying? Why are you farming? Why are you in the network program? Why do you want to grow your money? Why do you want to grow your asset, your digital asset? What is the reason behind it? You must have a strong motive so that when the dark clouds show up, you remain consistent in your approach. Your every move must have a motive behind it. So important. And in rounding up, this is what I would say to people who live a life of default. Did you know, especially in Nigeria here, if you save ₦1 every day for a whole year, you'd have saved just $1. It's a reality, but it's not our conclusion. So I'm asking you, what is your conclusion? Are you going to live thinking that by saving ₦1 every day, you're going to achieve your dream? It's a far cry. That's a big failure. ₦1 every day looks as if you're making progress. But at the end of the month, end of the year, is just $1. It's a reality for many in this country. But for us in Python Signal, for us, it is not our conclusion. We have something better to look forward to. And I celebrate every billionaire in this platform. I look forward for us celebrating and having a special billionaires cocktail tomorrow. Thank you very much, Mr. Ejoke.
Very, very honored and excited to have you this morning. And like me, I believe a lot of people have learned a lot from this. So, Pastor, I want to say thank you very much.